highly anticipated immigration crackdown now underway here in Southeast Louisiana, with many agents already seen in our communities, also in front of shopping centers.
That's right. It's being called Operation Catahoula Crunch.
Okay, so Chief Bovino and Border Patrol have officially begun Catahoula Crunch. Now, this operation was originally called Operation Swamp Sweep in New Orleans and some parts of Mississippi, but it is now being called Operation Catahoula Crunch, and we are already seeing clips just like this.
Chavo, no puede hacer eso. Es un asalto y te voy a disparar. Bájate.
On day one of this operation, Border Patrol already had to draw their firearms because they had no idea what was going to happen in this situation. And we will watch this whole video. Wait until you see what happens. Now, Border Patrol already arrested 20 people in this operation. I highly suspect that number would be a lot higher, but due to the delays and the warnings that Border Patrol was coming to New Orleans, that number would probably be a lot higher. So we have a lot to dig into with this entire operation. Now, before we start the video, make sure to please like the video. It's the #1 way you guys are helping this channel, and it also helps others see the videos as well. And we've been covering every single thing Chief Bovino has been doing in detail. In Chicago, Los Angeles, North Carolina, we will be covering this story in detail as well. I want to make sure people actually see what's going on, and you are getting the most relevant information. So please like the video and get it out there.
Chavo, no puede hacer eso. Es un asalto y te voy a disparar. Chavo, hey, suelta eso, bájalo.
Habla con tu compadre acá.
Bájalo, bájalo. Hey.
Los nervios y...
No, es un asalto. Es un asalto, bájalo, te puedo disparar. Bájalo. Bájalo. Eso es un asalto. Bájalo. Baja eso.
Okay, so real quick, I just want to give you guys a reminder. We will probably see a more aggressive Border Patrol in this operation of Catahoula Crunch. This is because Catahoula Crunch is being conducted inside of the 100-mile border zone. So this means Border Patrol has a lot more jurisdiction. They have a lot more leeway on how they can perform their duties as Border Patrol agents. Now, they didn't have this much leeway over in North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, but they do here.
No. Hey, te voy a disparar. No. Bájate, chavo. No. Bájate.
Está listo, está listo.
No va a haber agarrador.
Okay, so from here, one person was compliant, but then all of a sudden, the other people on the roof, they become non-compliant. One of the biggest complaints about this video in some of the comments was like, how could Border Patrol just pull out their firearms? What are they doing? They're being overly aggressive with the people on the roof. And for anyone who's ever been on a roof, you would know this is actually an extremely dangerous situation when people are non-compliant and refuse to get off the roof. Let us continue, and you'll see why this situation gets very dangerous.
Chavo. Hey, suelta.
Like, at this point, nobody knows what this guy is doing. Nobody knows what's going on in his head. We don't know if he's going to jump off the roof. We don't know if he's going to try to push the agents off the roof. Nobody has any idea what's going on right now.
Eso. Hey, ¿estás subiendo? Suelta eso. Hey. Hold on for the rest of the guys to go up. Ramos, hold on. Hey,
And this whole time, there was another person on the other side of the roof. Again, right now, if these people wanted to, they could try to push the agents off of the roof. And for anyone who's ever been on a roof, again, you know this is a dangerous situation. But I just want to call this out because, again, in some of the comments and the critiques against Border Patrol, people were saying, man, they were being overly aggressive against these people on the roof.
Gustavo, no brinques, te vas a lastimar. Mira, como quieres así con nosotros. ¿Para qué? ¿Para qué? ¿Para qué? Bravo. Ya. Hey.
Now at this point, nobody knows again what's going on, but they do eventually get apprehended and they do give up. Now, if you are subscribed to my channel, and make sure to please subscribe to my channel because this is what we do here, we take things a step further and really try to investigate all the different angles of videos we're watching, and we just so happen to have the video from on top of the roof.
Nos cayó migración, guapato.
Vamos a estar aquí todo el día, bájate. Vamos a hacer las cosas bien.
Déjalos en paz.
Ya como estamos aquí. Ya se lo estamos bien, hombre, vámonos, ahorita platicamos. Tranquilo.
Now from here, I actually found a clip of what the inquiring or what the investigation looks like on the ground in this operation. So check this out.
Do you have an ID?
Varios agentes de inmigración detienen a una persona en New Orleans. Le preguntan dónde nació, que se identifique. La persona se rehúsa a responder las preguntas. Muy triste y lamentable lo que está pasando en este estado, mi gente.
I'm a U.S. citizen. But where were you born? ¿Dónde naciste? ¿Dónde naciste? Dime la verdad.
I won't answer any more questions.
Okay. Can you put handcuffs on him, please?
We're just detaining, all right?
Think you won't answer our questions?
Well, he might not. No, he's not going to do so.
So again, this is a prime example of how aggressive Border Patrol is allowed to be according to our own laws in the nation in this 100-mile zone. Are you an American citizen? Are you an American citizen? You're not going to answer the question. Well, now I can arrest you. So again, this is why I keep pointing out in these 100-mile zones, this is why we see a more aggressive Border Patrol as far as their investigations, and they will just handcuff you if you're not going to answer the question.
Y'all hold on. Y'all take him. Hold up.
Now, from here, I noticed something rather interesting. So, in this video we're about to watch, on day 1 of this operation, Chief Bovino and Border Patrol will just start to roam the streets freely. Now, we saw this over in Chicago, and we saw this over in Charlotte, North Carolina, on day 1 of their operations as well. I mean, it is verbatim exactly what happens here. Okay, now let me show you the clip from Chicago, and you'll see why I could have just played the clip from Chicago and told you, yeah, this is New Orleans. Okay, so this clip is from Chicago. Now, the only reason why I'm talking about this is because if it happens one more time, this has to be in the playbook of Border Patrol. To show up to a city with Chief Bovino and freely walk around the downtown area, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. So this happened in Chicago, this happened in North Carolina, now it's happened in New Orleans. If it happens one more time, I'm just gonna say it, I think it's all a part of the playbook. So it's just something I noticed. Now, unlike the other cities, Chief Bovino did get a warm welcome from some of the residents in the area.
Now, the agents did get some heckling, but there were shouts of support as well and people who wanted to stop and take selfies, particularly with Chief Bovino.
I'm an immigrant. I'm from South Africa. I came here legally, in the legal way, in terms of my legal visa, and I did everything by the book.
DHS released mugshots of some of the people arrested so far as part of Operation Catahoula Crunch. The crimes include everything from battery to domestic violence and child endangerment. Unlike Chicago, what we did not see are the big crowds form up and riot control measures used like gas, things of that nature. And the big difference seems to be cooperation from local authorities.
Now hold on, as I make this video, I am getting reports on my phone that actually this is happening now, where people showed up to city council and protesters were super upset. Make sure to please subscribe to my channel so I can update you on that story. I don't want to make it right now because it's just a bunch of clips. I want to wait for the whole story, all the videos, so you guys can get an accurate update on that. But what you're seeing right here is day one, and that's absolutely true. On day one, there was hardly any pushback. Again, I highly suspect it's because already in New Orleans, it's very difficult to fight back against Border Patrol as far as protesting because Border Patrol has a ton of jurisdiction as far as how they want to operate and what they want to do. And when we look at the different patterns as to how Border Patrol is willing to defend themselves against protesters or rioters, we saw in Chicago the capabilities of Border Patrol and Chief Bovino. Very aggressive against protesters who even dared to get in the way. We didn't actually see too much of that in North Carolina. We saw a little bit of pushback from Border Patrol, but I really do think they were trying to be super careful and not get caught up in the court system like we're seeing in Chicago. Now, as I was doing research for this video, I don't think anyone will be surprised by this. We are already starting to see evidence of people posting the information of Border Patrol agents on the internet as far as the location of agents. And I will just leave it at that.
Now, as this operation got underway today, many of you sent us videos showing federal agents across southeast Louisiana. This is video recorded in Laplace that shows federal agents outside of a Home Depot. Witnesses say that at least one person was taken into custody. And we have reached out to DHS to see what specific agency was involved and had not heard back. Another video from a neighborhood in Kenner appears to show several federal agents arresting someone and putting them in the back of an SUV while telling bystanders that are recording to back up.
And again, the only reason why Border Patrol is really able to get away with these type of tactics, to just stroll down the road and see people working construction or go into a Home Depot parking lot, a lot of this has to do with the jurisdiction they're operating in. When we cross-reference how they were operating in Charlotte, North Carolina, those were more targeted. That was working with ICE agents, looking at the information ICE has already gathered, and a partnership, working together to find illegal immigrants with criminal backgrounds as well. In this operation, again, I highly suspect we're going to see more broad sweeps like we saw over in Chicago.
Police to see if they were involved. They say that federal agents have not reached out for their assistance just yet, but if needed, they will be on standby. For now, Kenner Police says that lawfully abiding citizens shouldn't worry, but a local immigration attorney says otherwise.
I would say if they haven't done anything wrong, they have anything to be concerned about. I don't know what this federal mission is, so I would just ask people to disengage from social media, get your news from credible sources, because there's a lot of fear-mongering on social media.
I agree. Get your news from credible sources because there is a lot of fear-mongering out there. And I want to give a little credit to this police officer, the chief, for actually saying, you know, if you are a legal citizen, I mean, you have nothing to worry about. What are you talking about?
Clickbait.
We're seeing just normal, everyday people, the type of people that I talked to you about earlier that are getting detained. Those are the people that are getting up and going to work every day for construction companies in the area, for hospitality industries in the area.
Now, I have no idea what this attorney means by everyday people, because the clip we just saw from the police officer said if you are an American citizen, you have nothing to worry about, but then this attorney is saying everyday people. You guys can leave your comments down below who you think he's talking about, but those are his statements.
And with this operation, 250 federal Border Patrol agents are expected in the area and in Mississippi. Immigration advocates, business leaders, and local community organizations are now prepping people that are in fear as these operations ramp up.
And I just want to point out, we have a 2-day delay as far as this operation. So people were given plenty of time. If they wanted to leave the area, if they wanted to be activists, if they want to protest against Chief Bovino, a lot of time has been provided. And not only that, everyone by now should know what's going on with these operations. Chief Bovino and Border Patrol, they show up to your city, they do their thing, and then they either all leave or some of them just linger around and continue their operations. But at this point, I highly suspect, activists and protesters, they already know what to expect with these operations.
I toss it over to WDSU reporter Shay O'Connor, who's on the West Bank. And Shay, people are already trying to prepare those that are fearful for these operations to begin.
Alyssa, already an increased presence from New Orleans to here in Jefferson Parish. In fact, we're here outside of the Winn-Dixie along West Bank Expressway after hearing about reports of there being Border Patrol agents in this area. Now, on your screen right now, some video that we were able to obtain for you that pretty much comes from business owners along Williams Boulevard. They say Border Patrol agents visited their businesses today. One local, the local impact is clear, and it's only day one. Now, that's why Hispanic-led groups are warning people of what to do if they see these Border Patrol agents.
Now, we already talked about this, but the New Orleans mayor-elect also had something to say as far as giving advice to people if ICE is in the area or Border Patrol. When you go straight to her own website, she says, if you are outdoors and think you see immigration officers nearby, move to a safe indoor space. If you are a U.S. citizen and feel safe to do so, record the activity with your phone or write down any relevant information about what you witness, always being careful to not interfere or otherwise obstruct the operation. So this is coming from the top down. This is the mayor-elect of New Orleans also advising people to move to a safe indoor space.